Let me ask you something. Have you ever skipped a ride or cancelled a training session, not because you're tired, but because you felt guilty? Guilty that you were taking time away from your kids, guilty that your partner was picking up the slack, guilty that you wanted something for yourself when everyone else needed you. Well, you're not alone. This guilt, the one that tells you that taking care of your body is selfish, it shows up all the time, especially for parents, especially for people who want to juggle family, work and health. But here's what I want to offer you today. Training is not selfish. It's self-respect. And if you've ever questioned whether you deserve time to train, well, that's what I want to walk you through today. We grew up learning to put others first. We learned that good parents, good partners and good people are selfless. And don't get me wrong, selflessness is powerful. And willingness to give others and to serve and sacrifice is noble. But sometimes we take that a bit too far and we stop showing up for ourselves. We start thinking that taking any time for ourselves is indulgent, that wanting to train, to grow and to chase goals is somehow a betrayal of our responsibilities. And when you've got a family, it's easy to fall into this pattern. Your kids need something, drop everything. Your partner's overwhelmed, you cancel your ride. Your schedule is tight, so you cut your time first. You keep putting yourself at the bottom of the list until you're not even on the list anymore. And eventually it gets harder and harder to show up because you don't feel like the person you were. So let's take this back a step. Training isn't just about fitness. It's not about FDP or body fat or watts per kilo. Training at its core is about honouring your body. It's saying, this body carries my family. This body earns our living. And this body carries stress and sleep loss and grocery bags and toddlers. It deserves to be taken care of. It's about making a deposit into your physical and emotional energy account. Because when you train, even just for a few hours a week, you're investing in a version of yourself that your family gets to live with. And I don't know about you, but when I train, I feel more patient, I feel more present, and I feel less reactive and more regulated. That's not indulgence, it's a service. And the best version of you doesn't come from sacrificing everything. It comes from sustaining the person everyone depends on. Let me give you a couple of examples of a few of my clients. One guy I coach, let's call him James. He's a dad of two, executive level job, super involved at home. He started training early morning, 6 a.m. And he was done by 7. His first ride, his partner wasn't sure, but within a few weeks, they all noticed something. He was less irritable. He had more energy in the evenings. He stopped reaching for a drink at night just to decompress. His training wasn't stealing from his family. It was making him better for it. And another client of mine, we'll call her Sarah. She's a single mum, totally maxed out. She started doing her 30-minute mobility and strength training just at home for 4 days a week. And that's it. It wasn't a perfect plan, but it was something just to keep her going. And for the first time in years, she said that I feel like my body's mine again. And that's just self-respect. So here's what I want you to take away. Training isn't selfish because it doesn't just benefit you. Yes, it makes you stronger. Yes, it clears your head. Yes, it makes you feel like yourself again. But it also makes you easier to live with. It makes you a better parent. It makes you a better partner and a better leader. It keeps you from burnout. It makes you more capable for supporting others. And it sets an example because your kids don't need you to be a martyr. They need you to be healthy. It shows them what it looks like for you to value your body, to pursue goals, to keep growing even when it's hard. That's leadership and that's legacy. And that's not selfish. That's love. So let's talk practically. What does self-respect look like in training? Well, it looks like 1. Saying no to staying up late so you can ride in the morning. 2. Prioritizing 30 minutes of focused training instead of wishing it was 90. 3. And refueling your body, not punishing it. 4. Recovering because you're not 20 anymore and that's okay. 5. Protecting your training without guilt. Because when you train with self-respect, you stop needing other people's approval. You stop needing perfect conditions. You stop skipping sessions because everyone else's needs feel more important. You start showing up not to prove anything, but because you matter. You're not just a parent. You're not just a partner. You're a person, and you deserve care too. So let me leave you with this. The world will always give you a reason to skip your ride, to put yourself last, to shrink your goals so you can be more available. But that version of you that keeps showing up, even when it feels inconvenient, even when no one notices, and even when it's just 45 minutes in the garage, that version is going to change your life and the lives of the people around you. Because it's not selfish to train. It's not selfish to feel strong. And it's not selfish to chase your goals. This is self-respect. And if more people trained from that place instead of guilt, we'd all be better off. If you've ever felt that tension of wanting to train but feeling guilty for doing it, then drop a comment below that says, training is self-respect. Let's build a culture of athletes, especially parents, that don't apologise for taking care of themselves. Subscribe if you want more real talk coaching, practical training tips and mindset tools that actually fit your life. You're not selfish for doing this. You're smart, you're strong, and you're setting the tone for everything that comes next. So let's ride.